All right. Uh-oh. Just a second. I did get my reading glasses, but I didn't get no water. Hold on. Yeah, I thought I was ready. I always thought I was ready to do a video, and then boom, I always miss something. I got my water. Gotta have my water. I wash dishes. I've been putting the radio on, listen to some of the local stations, and sometimes my friend gave me this. This has a TV band. I showed it before, free. I do have another radio with cassette and DVD, but you got to go with the classics, especially AM. I like listening to those stations from distance. I can sometimes pick up Cincinnati. Oh. Cincinnati, sometimes Cleveland, 3WE. So, I thought I'd make a video of some of the comic books I got. But before we start, these are not bad. But I prefer the banana twist, or twins, I think they called it. They used to have a banana flip back in my hometown, but these are not that bad, so wanted to try them. So that's your snack for the tonight. So, and before we get started, here's some knickknacks. I've showed this a long time ago. I should have grabbed these things. I think they came in small packages, and you grab them and get these out of them. I should have grabbed a few more. Oh well, life's tough. So anyways, let's first of all, I was looking at some of my dad's stuff. I came across this. Dad knew quite a few people in the film industry and music, but Snuff Garrett, producer of many record hits, dies at 77. December 26, 2015, New York Times. I'm not sure. I think he did collect westerns. I would have to ask Dad. But in the state he's in, sometimes he might not remember as much. So, anyways, I thought I'd show that. Dad knew some interesting people. I meet people every day, interesting. And then, like the sports card show, I met that guy I've told in the card show, when I showed cards. They're twins. One of them, me and him contact each other. But they're Pittsburgh Steelers fans. One's a Georgia Tech and one's a Georgia fan. I thought that's funny, being twins. But their dad, I told this, passed away. What was it, last year or something like that? And I enjoyed talking to him. He had a sports goods store. He sold, I thought this was interesting, sold to Hank Aaron shoes when he played for Braves. I thought that was interesting. Interesting stories when you meet older gents and people. I had one guy, we call him Candyman. He was at the flea market, and I think he passed away. He was in one of the booths in the flea markets they changed hands and names down in Pendergrass. When I used to go in the early 2000s, and I would get my candy there, but he sold boots, Western boots, and he met celebrities and stuff, and he was interesting to talk. So, anyways, but here's another. I didn't know him, but one of my friends knew him, and he would sell like Good Faith. Go over to Europe, and they have like vegetables stand, and you would pay as Good Faith when you get them. And I was surprised they had one here in Oakwood, but this Oakwood mayor, they're going to name a bridge after him. Let me see. 50 years as a mayor. What crazy is that? It's a small little, that's where my post office is, outside of Gainesville. So I always like reading newspapers instead of going online. Plus, you gotta look at the ads. That's me. I shop around. I don't go like Ingles. And I meet people in each grocery store. I'll say hi to them and stuff like that. And some people go, "Hey, I haven't seen you in so long," because I sometimes will shop at the same place maybe a whole month, or go somewhere else. I'll go to Kroger, Ingles, Publix. I know a few people at Publix near me. Man, there's a hot-looking woman, or a young lady, excuse me. I wish I was her age. Oh man, she was cute. But so is life. You gotta keep going. So, anyways, let's get with the comic books. This is what you're here for. You know what? I know Batman Outsiders. I've got some comic books, but I never knew, because I never went this 26 and 27 of Cobra being in this. Yes, sometimes Dave doesn't know everything, believe it or not. I still learn. But I'd like to get some more of Cobra. I don't know. Maybe it's the name Cobra. Simple. But this is 26. And this is my trade from the card show. And then he had 27, so I picked that up too. So you can read that. It has a special mask preview in the middle of it, so you get to read some of the mask. So I thought that was an interesting little pickup. Some people might not like Batman Outsiders. There's some issues I don't like, or covers, so I never got them. But I saw this, and it's 1990 annual number 14. What was it, like Two-Face? Everybody might like Joker. I liked Riddler. I thought he laughed more than Joker. And I like Two-Face, the villains, and then Catwoman, because she's a hottie. That's just between me and you and the whole YouTube channel. And this one, actually, I think he said it's going for something. This is Year Part 1, 404. He did have a few others, but I just grabbed this. 404 of Batman. And then, well, gotta pick up Joker then. I didn't have this. This is book 4 of 4. I got one. I gotta see what the covers are. I need to look that up. Death in the Family. Robin is dead, murdered by Joker. And I've never seen this one out and about. $4.29. So I'll grab that one. And another Batman. Like I say, all these were trades. I went in with no money. I came out with $10, so I sold some cards. Hold on. Yeah, some cards. And I gave a Hot Wheel away. I some people don't know I do collect Hot Wheels here and there. I had back in my day Matchbox Hot Wheels. Man, I wish I kept them. Who knew YouTube was going to be involved? Who knew collecting was going to be that popular? So, it, uh, but anyways, let's get back. I went off the freeway. Now I gotta get back on. Here's number one, 1989, a special movie. I haven't never seen this one before. I know they have a few, but this one is number three, 1989, Batman with Joker. I do like this. This, I would have this and maybe that ship. And make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that's just me. Then I got a 20 center, DC. I like to get more DC 20 centers. I don't know, 20 centers back then with DC. I've said this a million times. They had covers, good covers, especially Shadow. What was the other? Phantom. What was that? Not Phantom. Phantom Stranger. Action. This is a sword and sorcerer. I don't know if I put the. I don't know. Maybe they did okay on this. Sword and sorcerer. Number 5. And then I couldn't pass this up. Let me look what the date is. Why don't you just stare at that comic book for a while, and I'll look at the date. I knew that I didn't know he was on comic. I knew he had other ones. I used to watch his show back in the days. And also remember Dave and Goliath, the puppet. Oh, this is 1987, number 1. DeKalb Street, Norristown, Pennsylvania. Huh. Company. Need to look that up. I don't know where Norristown, Pennsylvania is. So, hold on. Color's good in this. I'll have to give it a read. I did have a little toy Gumby Summer Fun Special on ABC. Dun, dun. Oh, I just threw that in. But I don't know how many people my age watch this. Then Bozo the Clown. That was from Chicago. Like I say, we had, for being in Cleveland, we had Barnaby. You have to be in Cleveland. We had some good shows. And Cleveland wasn't the biggest city, but it was popular because of the sports in Ohio. Oh, I can't get it in the bag. Hold on. Oh, I don't want that tape to get on there. Hold on. I'm going to have to take the tape off. That'd be wise, Dave. Well, let's just forget about it. Forget about it. So, anyways, here's a picture. I'll show some more stuff. Here's a picture of me and my dad. We're at Epcot. And yes, I was pursued in football because they saw our cafeteria lunch was out, you could see outside, and we played flag football and stuff. I was never a freshman too. I skipped that because I saw 7th grade twice. Well, yeah, okay, twice. And I was when I was in junior high. I also played with varsity soccer and basketball. Yes, Dave was good. Okay, just pat me on the back. But you see me now, it's like, oh, did you play football? Did you play? No, I didn't. I played football in the backyard and stuff. But actually, I've told this in college. Here's my tassel. Lower West High, Wolverines. Orange and brown, the Cleveland Browns. Or Bowling Green University. Class of '84. But anyways, yeah, I had player. My friends never really. Just another player was on the football team. He came up. You want to play football or come out and play with us? Because they saw how I was playing flag football. I'm not bragging, but maybe I should. And a coach, and he was one of my teachers. He was an assistant coach. He was all nice. That's where I learned about speed reading. So, anyways, this is what I used to look like. Yep. I was fast, but I wasn't the fastest. So, but I would challenge anybody, basketball and stuff like that. And that was my dad back in the days. And Dad said he was fast. I probably get my athletic skills probably from my grandfather. He played high school baseball, but my grandfather ran track, basketball, and baseball. And baseball, he tried out for St. Louis Browns. And I think the St. Louis Browns tryouts was in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, that's about it. Well, you've seen these covers before, but I'll show them again. I always like that one, the red one. And the world, and this one. Might as well show something else. And this is with all the autographs, and nobody is taken. I was going to do a trade on this. So, this is Now Comics. I've never opened it. I need to open it to see if there's one of those certificates. And I'm surprised nobody grabbed it yet. There's another one. I might be sitting on I was gonna say be sitting on a minefield. Treasure. I doubt it, but this one, if you're out and about, you grab it. If you find it for $1, grab it, because it can go from anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks. And then, of course, Gene Autry. I've shown this before. Dell. It's March. I can't tell the date. So, all right. I jibber jabbered a little too long. Oh, I think I've showed this before. Here's a picture of my dog. I think I've shown this. Charlie. My mother and sister was watching that dog, and they were downstairs apartments. This was on campus, Riverside Military. You could see the puffiness. I don't think Charlie, hey, this is my bull. Charlie was a good old dog, blue eyes. Always got the women. No, I don't have them. No, I don't get the women. No, I'm just kidding. I did okay. I just never got married. Dated. So, anyways, that's about it. Hope I didn't put you to sleep. Hang loose, surf's up, enjoy life.